presentation for the semicolons 2017. It has created a digital transformation in order to improve the lawmaking process. Okay, and this solution tackle the problem, follow problem statement. So basically, most of the people who is out there are not aware about what kind of laws are coming or what kind of laws are being passed through the Congress, and also they are not aware about how those laws can apply to them, to each and every individual, and if there is any way that they can provide feedback to the lawmakers. So this the main reason about this problem is the amount of information that needs to be revisited and checked in order to validate that these laws affect to a specific individual, increase or requires a lot of time, and also to knowledge of several law concepts. So we have created this solution in order to tackle this. So how is, what we have done? Well, we have digitally transforming the lawmaking process, basically because right now, what is the current process? The current process is when the new bills are posted, I publish, every citizen is able to get the new bills and is able to analyze them, okay? The citizen needs to scan periodically if there is anything new. If the citizen, if they want to participate, they need to comprehend the relevant bills, whatever they think that is important to them. And in order to provide the feedback, that is done through personal visit, sending an email, or call a toll-free email. Call a toll-free phone, or attending a town hall meetings. Now, with this solution, what we have created, now we are going to deliver specifically those bills to those individuals that are getting affected. So the individual the citizen, it doesn't need to be aware of every single bill that is out there or every single law that is getting passed or is submitted for approval. Okay, this solution is going to evaluate the profile and identify which laws are relevant for that individual. Now, the feedback, it can be provided through the voice communication, and in this case, we are using Google Home Controller, but it can be applicable for any other voice communication device. Okay, so in order to solve this problem, we have created Ken. Who is Ken? Ken is a chatbot created using Google APIs and Google Home Controller. Ken is using the voice-based communication and natural language NLP libraries and machine learning algorithms. Ken keeps the citizen up to date about the new laws or bills, okay, and Ken implements a matching algorithm to identify the relevance of each law to each individual. For the purpose of the demo, we are going to use this profile. So what he's going to do, Ken, is going to read the profile. I will generate you will extract the information from this profile, and that profile will be used in order to try to match those laws that are relevant for this person. Let's meet Ken.
Okay, so for this demo, we have created a Facebook profile called for Frodo Bag, and Frodo is basically from Mexico and an immigrant in USA. He's married with kids. He has a master's degree, so he's highly skilled, and one of his interests is environment. So let's see how Ken can help him be up to date with the new laws that will affect him. So as Frodo Bag, I'm going to have a conversation with Ken. Okay, Google, talk to Ken.
Sure, here's Ken.
Hey.
Hey, are there any laws that would affect me?
I found 2 laws relevant to you. Here is the first one. Fairness for High-Skilled Immigrants Act of 2017. Do you want more information about this law?
Yes.
This bill amends the Immigration and Nationality Act to 1. Eliminate the per-country numerical limitation for employment-based immigrants, and 2. Increase the per-country numerical limitation for family-based immigrants from 7% to 15% of the total number of family-sponsored visas. Do you want to see some more laws?
Yes.
To distribute federal funds for elementary and secondary education in the form of vouchers for eligible students. Do you want more information about this law?
No.
Sorry, I did not understand. To distribute federal funds for elementary and secondary education in the form of vouchers for eligible students. Do you want more information about this law?
No.
Okay, there are no more relevant laws for you.
Thank you.
Pleasure helping you.
So as you saw, based on my interest, Ken was able to find some of the laws that would interest Frodo BAG. So that's it from Ken.
Yeah, as you just saw, basically Ken is able to match those laws that are relevant for this for Frodo. How we can use this? Well, basically, the potential solution is the government, any federal, state, or local where the individual participation and awareness is relevant for the success of the lawmaking. Policy agencies as a national democratic institutes where they work towards the making. Corporate environments where they need to release new laws or policies and they need to target those specific employees that are relevant for those laws, or basically some kind of marketing deals where you need to target specific people and Groupon-like campaigns. Okay. And how we implement Ken? Well, Ken is using basically these following. The first stage is going to extract information from the social media data sources. In this case, for this demo, we have used only Facebook, but we can use any other social media like LinkedIn, Twitter, or any other data source. With the extraction of the data, it will generate a profile. And the profile, the person profile, it will be used. It will be used to do the matching. Now, in the second stage, we are extracting also all the laws from different sources, like federal laws, state laws, or local laws, and we are using some libraries in order to get the keywords from the laws and make sure that these keywords are able to be analyzed properly. Now, we are using a laws knowledge base, which it has a mapping between the laws and the keywords with the profile that we need to evaluate for each law. Now, the law profiles can be several for one specific law. Let's say, for example, if we have one law related to immigration, maybe so that will increase the number of opportunities for the people to match that law. Now, in the test, we are using a matching algorithm called Cousin, and this matching algorithm, what it's using is these two profiles are converted to vectors, and this matching algorithm is calculating the angle, the vector angle between these two profiles. And after that, after getting the relevance, doing the 1 minus the angle multiplied by 100, that will give us the percentage relevance of the law for that specific person. After we get the relevance is stored in the laws KDB. Now, whenever Ken is querying the data, Ken is querying the data directly from these laws KDB. Okay. This is the matching algorithm, how we are using. Basically, if you notice here, number of fields, but we are extracting the data from the person. This is basically all the data Okay, and this is the laws that is coming from the federal government. After these two that the data from the data source, we are generating a vector. Okay, this is the vector, and the vector itself contains certain characteristics that are required. And these characteristics needs to match with the person profile. So whenever you have these two vectors are specifically the same with the same field. Okay. Now the matching algorithm, what it's going to do is basically is going to look for each person and each low profile and looking and calculating the low relevance for that. Okay. So this is the matching. How we are extracting the data? Well, basically, Ken is using API AI from Google and is doing authentication out of it. This authentication it happens only first time, and after that, it's extracting the data or updating the data from that profile. After the data is extracted, there is steps that are done, and data enrichment. Here in the data enrichment, we are using some machine learning algorithms in order to populate the missing values and also to improve the data quality of the records. Okay. And after that, we update the person profile and we get the person vector using a logic. Okay. All this implementation it was done using Google Cloud Platform and the API AI from Google. Now, the loss profile basically is we identify the data sources, the federal, state, or local, and we extract on daily basis the new loss, and we apply some enrichment. Now, after the enrichment of the data, we create a profile and the loss, get the low vector population. As I mentioned before, this population it means that for one low, you can generate several low profiles, depending on the variance of the CDB. So every information, whenever you are getting communication with Ken, you are the user is able to identify the relevance and confirm that it was useful. This information helps in order to as a feedback in order to enrich the data set. The libraries that we use, it was developed the actions from on Google. Okay. Algorithm was you can information URL. Thank you.